Okay, we're taking a look at just some more petty cash stuff, establishing, paying out, and then replenishing. And then if we decide to increase or decrease our petty cash fund, what happens? So the Prairie Land Company established a petty cash fund on May 1st for $200. That is what your first transaction will look like. Remember, I talked about this last week. This is establishing. They're both assets. And we're creating a petty cash fund, so that asset's going up, but we need to use another asset to even create it. They're both cash. They're just in different cookie jars, so to speak. Okay, that one's pretty easy. It looks like we're going to replenish twice on June 1st and July 1st. And so I always use like a math problem, if you will, or just a list. I'm just looking at the right one here. We've got, oops, I thought I'd be able to write there. Oh, that's right, I went to a separate slide and did my math. I'll just do it over here. So what is the petty cash box total? 200. What two types of things are we going to see in that petty cash box that should equal 200? Receipts and cash. I thought of you guys this weekend because I was watching Dumb and Dumber, and then they had the whole IOU scene, and I'm like, oh, that's just like, and there was no cash in there. It was completely IOUs or receipts. So, and the sports car that they bought was $275,000. So, you might want to hang that. What? Oh, did you watch Office Space? It's all fraud. And can you see why I can't show it at school? The printer scene is the best. Yeah. Just a lot of swearing. Yeah. There's a little bit more than that too. Watch Office Space, I'm telling you. All right, so on June 1st, how much cash was still in the fund? 13. And then all of the IOUs, we had 6930, we had 7550, and we had 4040. Now you might say, Mars, I don't need to do it this way. Do I have to show my math? Not really, but I want you to get in the habit of doing this in an appropriate way. Are we short or are we over? We're short. Because the cash in the box plus the 3 IOUs add up to $198.20. It's supposed to be 200. So when I take what the box should be minus what's actually there, we're actually short $1.80. Ooh. If you're over or short. Because remember, the cash in the box plus all the IOUs needs to equal the dollar of the box. Good question from Mitchell. He's like, why do we always have to write cash over and short or cash short and over? It's because that's what the account title is called. Sometimes it's a debit, which is seen as money out. Sometimes it's a credit, which you're going to see in today. I get in the habit of circling which one it is. But if it's a debit, it's short. If it's a credit, it's over. Okay. Okay, let's do the July transaction. Remember, the box should equal 200. Cash left was 1150. The IOUs 43, 98.50, and 47. What do they add up to? It was okay that month. We were not short and we were not over. The new piece, well, I wanted to review too, but the new piece that I wanted to show you, look what we did here. So far, we've only been increasing the fund, like say from 150 to 200. This time, we decreased. It's just the opposite. Yep, just the opposite, meaning we're lessening the value of this asset, and we're moving the money back to a different cookie jar. Okay. Petty cash isn't increasing; it's decreasing. So just like any asset, if you take something away, it's a credit. And then there needs to be a debit somewhere, and that makes sense. If we're gonna decrease it from 200 to 150, we're just gonna take money out of the petty cash cookie jar and put it back in the cash cookie jar. How's that? I'm glad we're reviewing, simply because you got some new information there. Okay, can I move on to the next one? The bottom one is a cash. We're long on cash. So Dole Company uses an Impress petty cash system. It was established on March 1st with a balance of 150. So we took money out of the cash cookie jar and put it into the petty cash cookie jar. It looks like when did, probably on May, it said May 15th. Oh, okay, I'm like, where did it come up with that date? March 15th. Okay, what should the box equal? 150. How much cash is left in there? 58. We've got these IOUs. What's interesting about the $10 and $11? They're both the same account. Okay, so I'm going to put 35, 19, 10, 20, and 11. Those are all the IOUs. Okay, let's add that up. 58 plus 35 plus 19 plus 20 plus 10 plus 11 is 153. Okay, now what? What's the ooh all about? It is a credit, but what's a credit? Let's just get back to, are we short or are we over? Why in the world do we have $3 extra? Human error, math error, error somewhere. Okay, so what is this going to look like? Let's first list these four, excuse me. Now notice their miscellaneous expense was listed twice. We combine receipts, or we combine the IOUs for a total debit of 21, 10 plus 11. Okay, how much are we long, or how much are we over? $3. So notice that is a credit when we're over. Mitchell asked the question, why do we have to keep listing cash short and over, or cash over and short? It's just the full account title. Just like petty cash is petty cash, whether it's a debit or a credit. This is cash short and over, whether it's a debit or a credit. Over, we will always have a credit, because we have to, the debits and credits need to equal. Okay, and then on March 20th, the fund was decreased to 100. So it started at 150, and what number are we going to see in this next transaction? If we moved it from 150 to 100, are we going to debit and credit 100? No, the difference. What's going to be our debit if we decrease it? Just like last time. We're taking money out of the cookie jar from the petty cash cookie jar, and we're giving it back to the cash cookie jar. Remember, that's when we're decreasing petty cash. It would all be flipped if it was an increase, because then petty cash would be going up. Flip for an increase.